Hey y'all, it's Brandon with Voodoo Forge, and today I am going to show you how to make a specialized punch. This is in the shape of like a teardrop, or I use it mostly as like a directional eye. So it's round on one end and kind of tapers down. So you can have them going this way, or you can do kind of like creepy eyes. Anyway, you can use it in a lot of different projects. So there's a little bit of forging, and then there's some grinding, and then heat treatment. So let me show you how we do this. Here's the material I'm going to be using for the punch. It's 3/8 or very close to 3/8 coil spring. I'm going to treat it like 5160 because it probably is 5160, but I'm going to cut a little piece off and get it straightened out first. Here I'm just straightening this thing out. Let that air show. It's nice and cool. I'm just squaring up the ends and cutting off the pieces the part I couldn't get straight. Widening this out. That is it. That is all we're doing. I'm going to take this and put it in the forge one more time, heat the whole thing up, and then let it slow cook. We're just going to heat the whole thing up to critical temperature and then let it normalize. Yeah, that's nice and warm. Now, normalizing, you bring it to critical temperature and then you let it slope, just air cool. By letting it go in the forge, it slows it down a little more. So we're not quite annealing it, but it's kind of in between normalizing and annealing. But the grain structure, it's definitely not going to be hard. Still a little warm. Let it cool off there on the switch block for a little while. Everything has cooled off. Now the first thing that I need to do is where this has fish lipped here, I need to get that dip out and I need to get that straight across. So I'm going to do that over at the belt sander and the grinder. Now we've got it nice and squared off, flat on the end. I've got a angle grinder with a flap disc on it and a vise, and this will give me a grinding surface to where I can grind like this, and that'll help me shape the sides the way that I want to get them. The shape we're looking for. It's tighter on one end, more rounded on the other. I'm going to clean this up a little more and we'll get ready to harden and temper it. Non-magnetic. This is peanut oil. Okay, now to temper it, we got to polish this end so we can watch the colors run. What we're going to be doing is heating it with a torch and make it to a nice purple. I'm just cleaning it where we can see the colors, just taking some emery cloth. That's good enough. We'll be able to see the colors through. If you remember, we did not heat the back part of the chisel to non-magnetic, so it should be fine. But we're going to start right about here using MAP gas and just start heating this thing, and it'll probably take a little while. You can also use a oxyacetylene, or you can put the tail end back in the forge. That straw color is just now coming to the top. We'll take a torch off and get our tongs. Okay, the blue's there, and that's, oh, there goes my torch. I'm just gonna quench it in the oil again. And that stops the process. Let's go. Should be hard on the end and soft through the rest of the punch. Anymore, when I do punches, I usually put a handle on them. I don't with stuff like this because they are directional. So when I use them, I wear a leather glove. Throw another heat on that. Finish that dude right there out. Okay. Do center punch. Put our pupils in there. Well, here's our finished punch, and here's some of the eyes. These are looking off that way. These are kind of evil, squinty, I don't know, Scooby-Doo in the darkness kind of eyes. But this is just quick to show you the type of things you can do with this punch. You can also, of course, use it to be a droplet of water, but it's got a lot of potential. That's all there is to that. Now, you could argue that you don't have to heat treat that because, you know, if you use it on hot stuff and don't quench it in between, it's not going to be heat treated long. But, you know, why not heat treat it? It's not going to hurt anything. But that is, this punch, I've got a couple of videos, well, a video coming up where you're going to need one of these if you want to do what I'm doing. So if you get the chance to make one, you can use it for all kinds of interesting stuff. But anyway, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel. And if you like this video, hit the like button. All right, y'all behave yourselves. Okay, so this shape, I was trying to figure out exactly what this shape is called. Apparently there are lots of names for it. Almond. But my favorite, and I had to write it down, my favorite is dacrocyte. Dacrocyte. A dacrocyte is a cell that is shaped like a teardrop. And not just any kind of cell, it is a poikilocyte cell. Had to look up how to pronounce that crap.